War for the kingdom of Yah.
All praises to the Most High. All praises, all praises. Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom. Welcome, 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 welcome. Each and every one of you to today's class. Welcome, welcome, welcome again. All right. We're going to get right over into the lesson. Title of today's lesson is Tribulation. The title of today's lesson is Tribulation. First, let me get a scripture. Let's get Jeremiah, the 30th chapter, and the seventh verse. Jeremiah 30 and 7.
All right. This is the book of Jeremiah. Can I hear you?
Yes, we can.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 30, and verse 7. Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble.
It is even the time of Jacob's trouble. One.
But he should be saved out of it.
But Jacob is going to be saved out of that trouble. We are living in those times, brothers and sisters. We are living in those times of Jacob's trouble, the great tribulation. But there's a lot of folk who are still lost. There's a lot of folk that still don't understand. And when I say lost, I'm not just talking about those of us that are, those folk that are not keeping the Most High's laws, statutes, and commandments. What I mean by lost is they don't understand the time frame that we are in. See, you can be keeping Yah's laws, doesn't necessarily mean you understand the time. You can be keeping all of the Most High's laws, but still be oblivious to the time that we are living in. We know those that are not keeping Yah's laws, they're lost. Of course, they don't know what time it is, but we have some of us. We just simply don't know what's happening in the world. And you cannot put it together scripturally because your understanding is limited. And it's no fault, nobody's fault but your own. If you're limiting your own understanding, it just simply means you're not trying. Or it just simply means you don't care. It doesn't concern you. Let's get Matthew. Because Yahushua says something. He says something interesting. Matthew, the 24th chapter. And let's begin at 37. We're going to read 37 through 39. Watch this.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 24 and verse 37. But as the days of Noah were, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be.
He lets you know, just like at the end of at the days of Noah, meaning right before the flood came, it's going to be just like the mood of the people is going to be the same. The mood of the people is going to be the same as when right before the flood came in Noah's time. That's what's going to be going on. The mood of the people is going to be the same as it was as when right before the flood of Noah. Before he comes, before the Son of Man return, it's going to be just like Noah's time.
But no.
Before he comes, before the Son of Man return. Verse 30, verse 38.
Verse 38. It's the book of Matthew, chapter 24, verse 38.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas in the days they were before the flood, they were eating and drinking, marrying and giving in marriage.
Come on.
Until the day that Noah entered into the ark.
They had all of the warnings. Noah had preached 120 years, giving folks the warning. Hey, tribulation is coming. Trouble is here. There's a time that's coming. Judgment is coming for 120 years. But they were oblivious to it. They went on doing their thing. They went on eating and drinking, doing me, as they say. I'm doing me. I don't care what's going on over there. I don't care what the assembly is doing. I'm doing me. That's some of you all's mindset. I'm going to do me. Regardless to the warning, I'm going to do me. Read.
Verse 39.
Mm-hmm.
And knew not until the flood came and took them all away.
Come on.
So shall also the coming of the Son of Man be.
Christ says, so shall also the Son of Man be. It's going to be just like that. Because when I come, I'm going to show up. And then it's too late. I'm going to try to get, no. Don't, just stay right where you at. Stay where you at. Keep doing what you was doing. Keep on being oblivious to what's going on. Stay just right there. What you doing? Now it's judgment. Now it's judgment. Now we're going to see. And I ain't talking about folk that don't keep the commandments because we already know what they're doing. I ain't talking to them. They ain't making it no way. They don't have a chance. They ain't keeping no laws. They don't have a chance. It's over. I'm talking for those that supposedly be in the know. You know what you should be doing. What you supposed to be doing. And yet you won't do it. You got teachers begging and pleading and asking and bringing out scriptures and trying to make it connect. You don't care. You don't care. But guess who's going to make you care? Tribulation going to make you care. Tribulation is going to make you care. I pray the tribulation come. And it comes quickly to help wake our people up. Because I can talk to them blue in the face. But when they throw your behind in prison, then you ready. You ready then. Oh, please, Father, please help me. Now it's all please, Father. Let's get that video. Let's pull that video up. The first one I sent them in succession. Yeah, the one Elon Musk. Properly share everything. Let's pull that video up. There we go. Check this out. See everything? We see old Elon right there. We can't hear him though.
foundation series, or the principle that you really things that I believe in, like extending life beyond Earth, making life multiplanetary. I'm a big believer in sort of Asimov's foundation series, or the principle that you really want to recommend reading the foundation series. But it's like if you know that there's likely to be, well, you don't know, but there's likely to be another Dark Ages, which it seems, my guess is there probably will be at some point. I'm not predicting that we're about to enter Dark Ages, but that there's some probability that we will, particularly if there's a Third World War. Then we want to make sure that there's enough of a seed of human civilization somewhere else to bring civilization back and perhaps shorten the length of the Dark Ages.
Compound, which features a doomsday
You better wake up. If you an Israelite and you hoping it's not gonna happen, oh, I hope it don't happen in my lifetime. We here. We here. Let's go to the scripture, Revelations 9 and 6. This is how terrible it's gonna get. It's gonna get terrible. Revelations 9 and 6.
This is the book of Revelations, chapter 9, verse 6. And in those days shall men seek death, and shall not find it.
And not gonna find it. In those days, this is the days before the coming of the Messiah. In those days, it was, I wish I was dead. And you ain't gonna be able to find it. Come on.
And shall desire to die.
Uh-huh.
And death shall flee from it.
And death is gonna say, go on and suffer. Go on and suffer. I'm not gonna let you die. Let's get Revelations, the 6th chapter. Because now is the time, brothers and sisters, to build and strengthen relationships. Because at the point we get to Revelations 9 and 6, it's too late to try to start building then. Revelations, the 6th chapter, verse 1. Start at verse 1.
This is the book of Revelations, chapter 6 and verse 1. And I saw when the Lamb opened one of the seals, I heard, as it were the noise of thunder, one of the four beasts saying, Come and see.
Come and see. Verse 2.
Verse 2. And I saw, and behold, a white horse, and he that sat on him had a bow, and a crown was given unto him. And he went forth conqueror, and to conquer.
So he that sat up on him had a bow. A bow is a weapon of war. And he that sat up on him had a crown, because he that sat up on him was a king or a conquering king. Let's see who this is. Revelation 19 tells us who this is. Revelation 19 and 11, verses 11 and 12. It tells us who this is in chapter 6.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 19 and verse 11. And I saw heaven, Sabbath, and I saw heaven open, and behold, a woman.
Did you drop?
Can you hear me?
No, you dropped. Repeat it again, top of verse 11.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 19 and verse 11. And I saw heaven open, and behold, a white horse. And he that sat upon him was called Faithful.
Come on.
And True.
He that sat up on the horse was called Faithful and True. Read.
And in righteousness he doeth judge and make war.
And he makes war as well. Come on.
Verse 12. His eyes were as a flame of fire.
He had red eyes, a flame of fire. This is an angry person right here. He's so mad his eyes is bloodshot red. Come on.
And on his head were many crowns.
Many crowns, because he took control of multiple and many nations. Come on.
And he had a name written
That
no man knew, but he himself.
This is the Christ, the Mashiach, the Yahushua, the one we call the Messiah, the anointed. This is who this is. This is who Revelation 6 was talking about. When he comes, he's going to take many nations. That's why it says he has many crowns. He's going to take control and subdue many nations, many countries. Let's go to Isaiah 63 right quick. All this is right. This is right after the tribulation, but we got events that's leading up to the tribulation, but this is happening right after the tribulation. Isaiah 63 and 1 right quick.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 63 and verse 1.
Uh-huh.
Who is this that cometh from Edom?
Now, this is not talking about landmass. This is talking about a governing system. It's not talking about a landmass. This is who is this coming from Edom? Meaning the power structure of Edom. This is not the physical Edom, but this is the world governing powers of Edom, who will be in control of the world when the Mashiach comes. Hold Isaiah, and let's get 2nd Ezra 2 and 9. Let's get 2nd Ezra 2 and 9.
This is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 2 and verse 9.
Mm-hmm.
Whose land lieth the clods of pitch
Mm-hmm.
and heaps of ashes.
No. 2nd Ezra chapter. I said 2 and 9. I meant 6 and 9. I meant 6 and 9.
This is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 6 and verse 9.
Uh-huh.
For Esau is the end of the world.
Meaning he will be in world rulership or world power at the end of his dispensation of time and age. Read.
And Jacob is the beginning of it that follows.
And Jacob is in power after the end of Esau's rule. Drop down to verse 18.
This is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 2, verse 6 and verse 18.
Come on.
And it said, behold, the days come that I will begin to draw nigh,
Mm-hmm.
visit them that dwell upon the earth.
This is the truth during that tribulation time. Verse 19.
Verse 19. And will begin to make inquisition of them.
I will begin to inquire of what's of them. Meaning I'm going to inquire of Esau, what's happening, what he's doing to my people. Read.
Would they be that have hurt unjustly
Uh-huh.
with their unrighteousness? And when the affliction of Zion shall be fulfilled.
And when it is over, that's when I'm coming. When that affliction is over, during that dispensation of time, when that measure of judgment is over, I'm coming. That's when the power is transitioning, changing hands. Let's go back to Isaiah 63 and 1. Isaiah 63 and 1.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 63 and verse 1.
Come on.
Who is this that cometh from Edom
Mm-hmm.
with dyed garments
Mm-hmm.
from Basra?
From Basra. Edom was a landmass that was controlled by the Edomites. Basra was its capital. Read.
This that is glorious in his apparel.
He's glorious in his apparel, like we read in chapter 19. He's glorious in his apparel. Come on.
Traveling in the greatness of his strength.
Come on.
I that speak in righteousness.
Mm-hmm.
Mighty to save.
Yahushua is mighty to save. He's coming for vengeance. He's coming for vengeance. He's coming to take control and to break those nations. Read on.
Verse 2. Wherefore art thou red in thine apparel?
Mm-hmm. Come on.
Thy garments like him that treadeth in the wine vat.
Why is all your garments bloodshot red? What's going on here? Why all of your garments are red? Come on.
Verse 3. I have trodden the winepress alone.
Mm-hmm.
And of the people There was none with me.
There was no Israelite brothers that was with me. I did this by myself. Come on.
For I would tread them in my anger and trample them in my fury.
So you heard me when I said, you remember I said earlier, I said, this angry person right here, right? And my eyes is bloodshot red and he's upset. A lot of folk think when he's coming back like with a little robe on, dainty. You know, he's going to have a little lock here, little like that. He going to be all nice. Come, my child. No way. When he come, he putting everything to death when he come. Read on.
And their blood should be sprinkled upon my garment.
That's why he's all bloodshot red, because that's real blood right there. That's real blood. And their blood, Esau's blood, or Edom's blood, shall sprinkle all my garment, because I'm going to kill them all. That's what he's saying. Come on.
And I will stain all my ranks.
It's going to be blood all over me. Because I'm going to work like a doctor. Come on.
Verse 4. For the day of vengeance is in my heart.
The day of vengeance is in my heart. Read.
And the year of my redeeming is come.
This is the work of salvation. Redemption is salvation. And the only way salvation comes is there's got to be a mass death. A lot of people got to die in order for him to redeem the children of Israel. Read. Verse 5.
Verse 5. And I looked, and there was none to help. And I wondered if there was none to uphold.
Come on.
Therefore, my own arm brought salvation unto me, and my fury it upheld.
All right, let's get Daniel 2 and 44. This is what he did. This is what he did. Because after the tribulation, this is what we're reading now. The last several scriptures we've been reading is right after the tribulation. But this is what he's going to do right after the tribulation times. Daniel 2 and 44.
This is the book of Daniel, chapter 2, verse 44. And in the days of the king, and in the days of these kings, shall the God of heaven set up a kingdom which shall never be destroyed.
Read.
And the kingdom shall not be left to other people.
Read that part again.
And the kingdom shall not be left to other people.
Read it one more time.
And the kingdom shall not be left to other people.
So Daniel answered the question: is there going to be other folk ruling in the kingdom? No, shall not be left to other people. The only way they're going to be there is in servitude. That's it. But what? Read.
But it shall break in pieces and consume all these kingdoms. And it shall stand forever.
But Yahweh's kingdom is going to stand forever. Let's get the article right quick. Let's get the article. Because we got a little bit more work to do before it comes up to this point. But let's see. And I'm gonna say something that's probably controversial, but I don't care. I thank the Most High for Donald Trump. I thank the Most High for Donald Trump. Because the Most High is still working behind the scenes. He put Donald Trump in office because he knows you Negroes don't listen to nothing we say. Y'all don't listen to nothing we say, but he gonna show you. He gonna show you just what he meant. He gonna show you just what he meant. What we saying about this man being the wickedness or a part of that wicked kingdom. Because they coming after us. You better believe. when he get done with the Latinos, he coming for the blacks. All them black jobs that he was talking about. Remember when he said they taking your black jobs? You know what jobs he was talking about? Cotton picking and fruit picking. That's what he was talking about. Them the black jobs he was talking about. We want you Negroes in them jobs. You don't think this man was upset? The only reason Donald Trump is ran for president is because Barack Obama was the president. He couldn't stand that it was a nigga right there. He couldn't, excuse my language, but can I tell it like it is? How dare he be the president of my great America? Oh no, I got to run for president so I can make it great again. I can bring us back to those seven. Did y'all hear him 2 weeks right when he got in office? He said, I want to bring America back to 1789. Did y'all hear him say that? I want to bring America back to 17. I want to bring them back to 1789. What was black people doing in 1789? Them cotton fields. Yeah. Let's see. I was about to crack on Deacon Keith. If he was here, it would have been a good joke too. It would have been a good joke. Because I would have been in the field, Deacon Keith would have been in the house. I had to get you, man. I ain't got you in a long time. All right. Let's get this article. I'm only going to read a little bit of it because I know y'all can't see that. And I definitely can't. All right. Trump aides defend Gaza takeover proposal, but walk back some elements. Summary: Russia, China. These are all the people that's going to bomb us, by the way. Russia, China, Germany, Saudi Arabia condemns it. Critics warn of possibility of violating international law. The U.S. public opinion opposes new conflict zone entanglements. Netanyahu urges consideration of Trump's remarkable proposal. Let's see what the proposal is. Washington, February 5th. President Donald Trump's top aides staunchly defend his push to transfer Palestinians out of Gaza and have the U.S. take over the war-ruined enclave. But they also backed away from the elements of the proposal in the face of international condemnation. A longtime New York property developer, Trump, drew rebukes on Wednesday from world powers, Russia, China, Germany, which said it would foster new suffering and new hatred. Regional heavyweight Saudi Arabia rejected the proposal outright. What was this proposal? Let's see. But Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu said on Wednesday that Trump's proposal was remarkable and urged that it be explored, even as he was not specific about what he believed Trump was offering. Barely 2 weeks in the job, Trump shattered decades. I'm going to say it again. Barely 2 weeks in the job, Trump shatters decades of U.S. policy on Tuesday with a vaguely worded announcement saying he envisioned the transformation of Gaza into the Riviera of the Middle East. The man want to develop housing on the Middle East. And what it looks like is they gave Israeli the bombs. They went on ahead and cleared it out. And now America about to put up condominiums, beachfront property on the Gaza Strip. And said, why don't we have Jordan and Egypt take the Palestinians? On all fronts. This man don't care. The Latinos don't care. He don't care. Palestinians, he don't care. He don't care what Russia said. You notice we ain't heard nothing else about the war that's going on in Russia and in Ukraine. We ain't heard a word, have we? Not a word. We ain't heard a word about that. Or what about all of those Ukrainians that ended up in Chicago? Got all that money. That's been real quiet, ain't it? Yeah. Because we want to change. We want to change what Chicago look like. We got 4 million black faces in Chicago. We need to whiten it up a bit. Yeah. That's right. But we got folk that don't understand what is happening in their time. It's like the days of Noah. They just eating and drinking and going along. I'm taking care of my business. When you don't understand that we need each other, we're going to have to depend on one another. We're going to have to depend on one another. That's why I fight so hard for our congregations to be with one another more closely, get to know one another. I don't want to jail with you if I don't know you. I don't know you. So how can I trust you? But if I know you and I trust you, we can make some things happen when things get bad. I'm with you and you with me. But if I don't never talk to you, if I don't never see you, but every now and again on Shabbat, I don't know if I can trust you. I don't know if I can even say anything to you. You might jump off. You know what I'm saying? Knock me in my head or something. I don't know how I could talk to you. You know, you understand what I'm saying? That's why we teach the way we do about love and brotherhood and commitment towards one another. That's why we teach like that. Because we know that Jacob's trouble is coming. Have y'all seen did I know the prices, the food prices are steadily rising? Y'all know that? And you got people, you got some of us that we can't even fish. I seen another video, and I ain't got it today, but I seen another video where the man said, he was a white man. He said, all you got to do, and I've been saying this for years, is turn the water off. And he said, half of them Negroes gonna clear their own self out. That's all you got to do. Cut the water off, shut the lights off. Half of them gonna kill each other. Then we go in and take care of the rest. How many warnings y'all gotta have? How many times you gotta see across the news out their own mouth what they're saying before you make a move? You can't do it by yourself. As much faith as I have in Apostle Maccabees to do damage, he can't do it alone. Apostle Maccabees can do some damage. He can't do it by himself, though. He need help. All right. Let's go back to Revelation. Revelation 6 and 3.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 6, verse 3.
Come on.
And when he had opened the second seal, I heard the second beast say, come and see.
Read.
There went out another one. It was red.
What color was this horse?
There went out another horse.
That
was red.
This horse was red. Come on.
And power was given to him.
And power was given to this red horse to do what? Come on.
It sent them on to take peace from the earth.
The power was given to this red horse to take peace from the earth. Come on.
And that they should kill one another. And there was given unto him a great sword.
He was given a great sword, meaning he was made a master of war. This red horse and the person that's in the red individual that sat on the red horse was given to take peace from the earth. This is his job. This is what he's supposed to do. Take peace from the earth and be a master of war upon the earth. Let's get Genesis 25 and 25. Genesis 25 and verse 25.
This is the book of Genesis, chapter 25, verse 25.
Uh-huh.
And the first came out red.
Read.
All over like a hairy garment.
Uh-huh.
They called his name Esau.
They called his name Esau, because wasted away as he is actually what Esau means, meaning he don't have any melanin. Wasted away is he. Wasted away is he. Genesis 25 and 30. Drop down to verse 30.
This is the book of Genesis, chapter 25 and verse 30.
Read.
And Esau said to Jacob,
Mm-hmm.
feed me, I pray thee,
Come on.
with that same red pot.
With that raw pottage that you have in there. Come on.
For I am faint.
Come on.
Therefore was his name called Edom.
His name was called Edom because he ate the raw and the red, and it matched his flesh. His flesh was red. Like we call them down here, rednecks. Got a couple rednecks around me, around my area. Genesis 27. Let's go to Genesis 27. Genesis 27, 39.
This is the book of Genesis, chapter 27, and verse 39.
Start at verse 38. Start at verse 38.
This is the book of Genesis, chapter 27, verse 38.
Mm-hmm.
And Esau said unto his father,
Yeah.
hast thou but one blessing, my father?
Come on.
Bless me,
Come on.
even me also.
Even me
O
also.
my father.
Come on.
And Esau lifted up his voice and wept.
Ain't no sense in crying, Esau. You didn't get the blessing. Ain't no sense in crying. Verse 30, verse 39.
Verse 39. And Isaac his father answered and said unto him, behold, thy dwelling should be the fatness of the earth,
Mm-hmm.
and of the dew of heaven from above.
So what part of the earth did the dew of heaven don't touch? There's dew everywhere, right? So Esau will be everywhere in the earth like the dew of the heaven. And this is the way he's going to get there. Verse 40. This is the way he's going to get there. Come on.
Verse 40. And by thy sword shalt thou live.
That's how he got there. By taking peace from the earth, by war and conquest and conquering. Read.
And shalt serve thy brother.
Uh-huh.
And it shall come to pass when thou shalt have the dominion,
Mm-hmm.
thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck.
All right. So the Bible describes Esau as red. Yahushua was on that first horse. Esau was on that red horse. Yahushua took power and authority from Esau. We read it in 2nd Ezra, the 6th chapter, in the 9th verse. Esau is the beginning. Jacob is the thereafter. Let's get Habakkuk 2 and 5. Habakkuk 2 and 5.
This is the book of Habakkuk, chapter 2, and verse 5.
Mm-hmm.
Yea, also, because he transgressed by wine.
He transgressed by wine, meaning by lies. That's the same thing Donald Trump was doing when we read in his article. He was like, "Oh, we're going to make Gaza real nice. Make it real nice. And then maybe we'll have them come back." He's lying. He's lying. How you gonna have people to come back with no money? And you done built it up like the Riviera, according to your words. You got $1 million homes sitting on the Gaza Strip. You gonna let the Palestinians come on in? I know what you're gonna let them come in and do. Be servants. That's what you're gonna let them come in and do. And they're gonna need a visa to do that. Yeah, they're gonna be the servants at the hotels. Well, didn't they do the same thing in West Africa? Took that over, and what did they do? On the beaches of West Africa, you ain't got nothing but Edomites, white folks, rich white folks. And guess what the black folks is doing? Serving. This man ain't changed. This is his personality. He's transgressed by wine. Come on.
He is a proud man.
He's a proud man. Read.
Neither keepeth at home.
He don't stay at home. He in everybody's business. Come on.
Who enlargeth his desire as hell.
He's hell on earth. Everywhere he go, he's hell on earth. Come on.
And is his death.
Mm-hmm.
And cannot be satisfied.
He cannot be satisfied. No matter how many people he killed, he can't be satisfied. It was 47,000, between 47,000 and 52,000 Ghazians he killed. He was like, let's just clean up that rubble and make some Riviera right there. Riverfront, lakefront property. Oh, it's going to be beautiful. He'll do the same thing in Detroit. He'll do the same thing in Atlanta. He'll do the same thing in Raleigh, North Carolina. He'll do the same thing in Philly. Read on.
But gathered unto him all nations.
Mm-hmm.
And heaped unto him all people.
And heaped to himself all people. Let's go to Job. Job 5 and 20. Because the stage is being set with Mark Trump, Netanyahu. The stage is being set for trouble. It's Job 5 and 20.
This is the book of Job, chapter 5, and verse 20. In famine, he shall redeem thee from death.
In famine, the Most High says he's going to redeem thee in death. So that tells you what? That famine is coming. When Jacob's trouble come, famine is coming. We're going to be under a heavy famine. And like I said, a lot of folks don't even know how to fish. A lot of folks don't even know how to take a seed and put it in the ground and cultivate it and watch that thing grow. Too scared of earthworms and things like that. Yeah, I don't want to touch that. You're going to be hungry. And you know you're hungry. Hungry make you do some strange things. Hunger, and you ain't gonna watch your baby be hungry either. You sit there long enough, and your baby say, "I'm hungry," and they ain't ate in 3 or 4 days. That might make you tell on Bishop Yahzeqel. He over there. Now, can we get some porridge or farina or something? Sell me out for a box of farina. Y'all know what farina is? Y'all don't know what farina is? No, cream of wheat is cream of wheat. Maybe that's just a Detroit thing. Farina. I don't know. I know y'all know what farina is in Detroit. Yeah.
Cream of wheat, Bishop.
Cream of wheat. That's right. All right. Read on.
And in war, from the power of the sword.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 21. thou shalt be hid from the scourge of the tongue. Neither shalt thou be afraid of destruction when it comes.
So why is Job prophesying this? Why is he saying you're gonna be hid from the scourge of the tongue? Neither shall thou be afraid of the destruction that comes. Because we already read what the destruction was. Yahweh is gonna come and break the nations in pieces. That's the destruction. Why is Job saying you're gonna be hid? What makes you hid in the tribulation time? What makes you hid?
By heeding to the law, statutes, and commandments.
By heeding to the law, statutes, and commandments, but you gotta be somewhere out the way when the destruction comes. When it comes, you gotta be in a safe place. Y'all understand, everybody? Y'all understand what I'm saying? Y'all understand what I'm saying? Make it don't understand what I'm saying. Y'all understand what I'm saying, Detroit? Y'all understand? Okay. That's why you gotta get together. These feast days is practice for getting together. For getting together. I don't understand people that don't want to be around their own people. I don't understand. That's what I don't understand. Now, if you want to be around unbelievers, maybe you are an unbeliever. If you're more happy being around folk that don't believe like you, then maybe maybe you got to reevaluate. Maybe you like being in the world because you really in the world. Maybe you ought to reevaluate your situation. Maybe you really not in the truth. Why don't you like to be around people that believe what you believe? Why that bother you so much? Why that get on your nerves so much? Why that irritate you so much? Maybe you just not in the truth. Why getting you to be around your brothers and sisters is like pulling teeth? Why I gotta beg you to be around your people? Maybe you have to reassess. Maybe you just not in the truth. You just saying you in the truth. It feels good to say you in the truth, but when it comes to you to do something, prove you in the truth, you scratching your head, looking the other way, hoping somebody else do it and not you. Leadership requires you to lead, not to talk, not just to say, I'm the leader. I'm the leader. Look at me. I'm the leader. No, you're not leading. So no, you're not the leader. You're not the leader. You just have a title, a dead title, because you ain't doing your job. Leadership requires you with the ability to lead, to take charge. That's what leaders do. They take charge. They don't just talk and say they the leader. You find leaders doing something, actively doing something. I ain't just walking around talking about I'm the bishop. I pay for stuff. I put stuff together. I talk to folk. I develop relationships. I counsel people. I'm there when you call, I answer. Because I'm a leader. If I didn't do any of those things, there's no sense in me saying I'm a leader. Just a proxy. You just right there to somebody else show up and do your job. You hear me, Detroit? You just right there to somebody show up to do your job. All right. Revelation 6 and 9.
This is the book of Revelations, chapter 6 and verse 9. And when he had opened the fifth seal, I saw under the altar the souls of them that were slain for the word of Yah and for the testimony which they held.
There's the testimony. Let's read that again, because that hasn't happened yet, and that's going to go down right before Yahushua comes. That's why I take this so serious. This is serious. This is not a play thing. This is people's life is involved here. This is my life, your life, the life of your family. You say you an Israelite, you say you a believer, you say you believe Yahushua. Guess what? You on the front lines. You on the front lines. Read that again.
It's the book of Revelation, chapter 6 and verse 9.
Come on.
When he had opened the fifth seal, I saw under the altar the souls of them that were slain for the word of Yah.
Come on.
And for the testimony which they held.
This is not a game. It's not a game. It's not a game. Let's go to verse 10.
Verse 10.
Watch this.
And they cried with a loud voice, saying, How long, O Master?
Watch this.
Holy and true.
Come on.
Doest thou not judge and avenge our blood on them that dwell on the earth?
Dwell on the earth. This is a question because our brothers are already been martyrs and killed for the word and their testimony. But this is what they're waiting on. Verse 11. Watch this. Verse 11. This is in the tribulation time. Just want you to know. Verse 11. Come on.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 6 and verse 11.
Mm-hmm.
And white robes were given unto every one of them.
Mm-hmm.
And it was said unto them,
Come on.
that they should rest yet for a little season, until their fellow servants also and their brethren that should be killed as they were should be fulfilled.
Let's read verse 11 again. Let's read verse 11 again because I don't want it to run over. I want it to marinate on your brain for a while to understand what's being said. If you ain't serious about this thing, get out. Get out. Because this is life or death right here. It's life or death. Verse 11.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 6, verse 11.
Mm-hmm.
And white robes were given unto every one of them.
Come on.
And it was said unto them that they should rest yet for a little season.
Y'all rest a while. Y'all rest a while. They took your life. Some of the apostles, they took their heads. Some of them was crucified for this testimony. To get this word out that we teach today, they died. They died for it. Come on.
Until their fellow servants.
Their fellow servants
also.
Come also. Your fellow servants also. Come on.
And their brethren.
Come on.
That should be killed
Mm-hmm.
as they were.
That should be killed.
Should be fulfilled.
Should be fulfilled. So there's a set number of brethren that's going to have to die for this truth. In that prophecy. There's a set number of brethren that have to die for this truth. And you think we got time to be playing games with somebody? I certainly don't, when my life is on the line. I don't have time to be playing no games with nobody. You either in it or you ain't. Step off. Let's get Timothy 3 and 12. I don't know if it's let's get 1 Timothy 3 and 12. I believe that's it. I think it's 1 Timothy 3 and 12.
This is the book of 1 Timothy, chapter 3 and verse 12. Let the deacons be the husbands of one wife.
That's not what I want. Let's try 2 Timothy 3 and 12.
This is the book of 2 Timothy, chapter 3 and verse 12.
Mm-hmm.
Yea, and all that will live godly in the sight Yahweh shall suffer persecution.
You're gonna suffer persecution. If you're gonna live godly, if you're gonna keep these laws, statutes, and commandments, there's no escaping from it. You're going to suffer persecution because you don't live like everybody else. You don't dress like everybody else. You don't eat like everybody else. You don't listen to the same music like everybody else. You don't have the same relationships like everyone else. You ain't the same as everyone else. So don't expect people to like you. Don't expect them to think you strange. Because you are. You are strange. You different from this world. You don't think like them. You don't act like them. If you find yourself thinking like them, acting like them, and being like them, maybe you should evaluate yourself. Maybe you are them. And just saying you're not. You know you got a whole lot of Israelites to say they're Israelites and they still sinners. You know that, right? Yeah. Oh, I'm an Israelite. No, you're not. Not a believing one. Naturally you are. You're naturally born Israelite, yeah. But spiritually, you still wicked. That's why Yahweh Shai says in that day, I'm going to say, I don't know you. But I got on fringes. I don't know you. Your heart is just like the sinful heart, the sinful man. You the same as them, as the world. Yeah. Being in this truth can be difficult. I understand that. It can be difficult because you always fighting your flesh. But any great reward that you're going to get comes with difficulty. You got to fight for it. You're going to fall. You're going to falter. Get back up. You're going to make mistakes. Get back up. Get back up. Listen, it's a lot of people that has left our congregation because they couldn't take rebuke. And the rebuke wasn't to down them. The rebuke was to lift them up. Come on, I know you can do it. But you got this thing about you. You got to drop that off you. Come on. I'll be less than the brother to say, just let you. Well, that's them. That ain't being a brother. Well, it ain't me. Second Ezra 7 and 6. We're almost done. I know y'all want the bishop to shut up today. Y'all want me to shut up today. Second Ezra 7 and 6. Second Ezra 7. Start at verse 6.
This is the book of Second Ezra, chapter 7 and verse 6. There's also another thing.
Mm-hmm.
A city is built and set upon a broad field and is full of all good things.
So I want to get to that city that's got the good thing. I'm trying to make it to the kingdom of heaven. I'm trying to get to that city. Come on.
Verse 7. The entrance thereof is narrow and is set in a dangerous place to fall.
Mm-hmm.
Like as if there were a fire on the right hand and on the left a deep water.
That I could die on either on that road to that city that I'm going to that glorious city. I could die either way, on either side. I could die. I could perish. Read. Verse 8.
Rose up. Can I be heard?
Verse 8, you can now. Verse 8.
This is the book of Second Ezra, chapter 2 and verse 8.
7 and verse 8.
This is the book of Second Ezra, chapter 7, verse 8. And one only path between them both,
Mm-hmm.
even between the fire and the water,
Come on.
so small that there could but one man go there at once.
It's hard. This is a hard road. This path is narrow. And I know it can be difficult, brothers and sisters. Quite difficult. Come on.
Verse 9. If this city now were given to a man for an inheritance, if he never shall pass the danger set before him, how shall he receive this inheritance?
How are you going to receive the abundance of Yah's blessings upon you and the inheritance of the Most High? And you've never been through nothing. You never struggled to receive it. He just gave it to you. Come on.
Verse 10. And I say, it is so, Master. Then said he unto me, even so also is Israel's portion.
This is Israel's lot for us to go through great difficulty to get to that city filled with good things. This is Israel's lot. This is our portion. We must go through tribulation. We must go through. We're going to suffer persecution. But put that batter in your back, straighten your back, and steer the course. 2 Corinthians, we're almost done. 2 Corinthians, I get to say that one more time. 2 Corinthians 1 and 22. 2 Corinthians 1 and 22.
This is the book of
2 Corinthians chapter 1, verse 22.
This is the book of 2 Corinthians chapter 1, verse 22.
Mm-hmm.
Who have also sealed us
Mm-hmm.
and given the earnest of the Spirit in our hearts.
You got the Spirit of the Most High in your heart in order for you to walk this thing out. You can make it. Brothers and sisters, you can make it. Put that batter in your back and straighten yourself and lift yourself up, dust yourself off, and you can make it. You can make it. Yeah, you're gonna still make mistakes, but you can get back up and you can still make it. Deuteronomy, last scripture, Deuteronomy 4 and 30.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 4, verse 30. When thou art in tribulation,
Mm-hmm.
and all these things are come upon thee,
Read.
even in the latter day,
Mm-hmm.
thou turn to Yahweh, thy power, and shall be obedient to his voice.
Read on.
Verse 31. For Yahweh, thy power, is a merciful Father.
He's merciful. Come on.
He will not forsake thee.
He's not going to leave us here. Come on.
Neither destroy thee,
Uh-huh.
nor forget the covenant of thy fathers,
Mm-hmm.
which he sware to them.
All praises to the Most High. Let's go and get the kingdom. Dust yourself off and let's get the kingdom. Tribulation is coming, but let's prepare ourselves for the tribulation. We got work to do, brothers and sisters. We ain't got time to be playing. We got work to do. Let's do it. All praises to the Most High.
War for the kingdom of Yah.